those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Williams. Complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Washington right back to the line.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight...
Turning it on! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He'll take it himself. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He'll pull it down and run. Could be an alley. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the 1st down. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Throwing, Williams. There's the pressure. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Return. Western. Go.
3rd down from the gun, Williams. Escapes the pressure going right. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. What a disappointment. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Simmons. Rush is on him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll give it to Hardy. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
On the delay, it's Hardy. Sweet cut there. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Plucks it out of the air. Makes the grab in their space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin our coverage with Florida State in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Ducks on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Now let's take a look at some other top 25 action going on around the country.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Williams to throw. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Washington wants to go quickly. Might be changing the route. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the 3rd quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense Really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down.
Sweep.
Tight end now in motion.
Right. Booster.
Williams to throw for it on fourth. Looking to the big tight end. Caught, and he's got room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Got a little grass. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Williams throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing Simmons. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Now here's Simmons. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Third downs are a huge determining factor in winning and losing games. And what a great play by the defense that time. Going up against one of the best third down offenses in the entire country. Great job breaking on the ball and helping force the incompletion.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't...
Maybe some room here. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming, and then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense, and if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Here's Simmons to throw. He's going to fire deep. Upstairs to make the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Back to throw, it's Simmons. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The run inside. It's Hardy. Finding some room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Austin Simmons, a play fake. Looking to scramble. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Complete in the middle. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense.
Touchdown, Tigers! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? He scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Makes a move. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Here's a give to Hardy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They go right back to Hardy. There's a crease. At the 30. The 10. All the way. Touchdown Tigers. The Tigers are back on top. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Simmons. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Husky.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. A 4-point game at 35-31. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Throwing Simmons. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit, affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Now here's Simmons. Shoots it to the left. Complete on the comeback. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. The give to Hardy. Got enough for the first. On the move at the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. Here's Simmons to throw. He's got the back in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. From the red zone, it's Hardy. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the change to measure this one.
That's why it's so important to have success on 1st and 2nd down. They're running the ball on 2nd down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. A designed run for the quarterback. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower.
He caught it. Touchdown, Tigers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Coming out with it, it's Washington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He might want another play. Williams got his man. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Here's a give to Washington. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Huskies. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Huskies back on top.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Delay to the back. It's Hardy. And he was able to get away from 1 tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Under fire. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Washington again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Washington. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout called by the defense. 29 seconds to go. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. 4th down, Williams. He's got it, 1st down and more. Got enough space. Touchdown, Huskies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up. I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Simmons. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. Both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now that I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.